President-elect Trump announced he will nominate Representative Matt Gaetz to serve as the new Attorney General.
Trump made the announcement on his Truth Social platform. Gaetz is a Republican congressman from Florida's 1st Congressional District. Congressional correspondent Nathaniel Reed joins us now live. Nate, there is, of course, a lengthy confirmation process for this role, but what has been the reaction so far?
Yes, there is. Well, even though the Senate will be in Republican hands, it'll still be up to Republican senators and possibly Democrats to confirm Congressman Gaetz as the next Attorney General. At this point, what we've been hearing from both Republicans and Democrats is surprise.
My reaction was, wow. And again, it's going to be, I don't know, Mr. Gaetz, but from everything I've read, is that I don't think he could get through the Republican House conference. These are really serious jobs. It's why the Senate has an advise and consent process. It's why you got to go through an open hearing process and make your case, not just to the senators, but in many ways, you know, you're making the case to the American people. And let's see how that goes.
And Christian, one of the things we're hearing about this nomination, which we have not heard with other members of President Trump's future cabinet, if confirmed, is surprise, both from people allied with the president-elect and people who are against him, both Republicans and Democrats. There is apparently bipartisan surprise at this pick by the president-elect, and at this point it's not clear that Congressman Gaetz would be able to survive the confirmation battle that might come ahead of him. Remember, it's up to the Senate to confirm the president's picks, while a lot of Republican senators and some Democratic senators believe that the president should be given wide latitude to make those picks. It's still not clear that Matt Gaetz would be able to make it out. There would certainly be public hearings in the Senate Judiciary Committee ahead of any confirmation vote, but at this point, it seems like his nomination, though just a couple hours old, might already be in trouble.
Nate, also making headlines tonight, there's a new Senate Republican leader in town. What will the Senate GOP majority look like come January?
Well, it's a wonderful question. And for one, Senator John Thune, the Senate Republican leader-elect, is going to have to shepherd through a lot of these cabinet picks for the president-elect, including people like Congressman Matt Gaetz. And he was very clear that he believes that a lot of latitude should be given to President Trump and his picks for his new cabinet, along with picks for the judiciary. One of the interesting things about what the Senate Republican leadership will look like come January is, for the first time since 2002, it will not include Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell. McConnell has long served in leadership, and this will be the first leadership team without him in it since 2002. Senator John Thune addressing the press earlier today.
What we're going to do is make sure that we are processing his nominees in a way that gets them into those positions so they can implement his agenda. How that happens remains to be seen. You know, obviously we want to make sure our committees have confirmation hearings like they typically do, and that these nominees report it out to the floor. But I've said this, and I mean it, that you know, we expect a level of cooperation from the Democrats to work with us to get these folks installed. And obviously we're going to look at explore all options to make sure that they get moved and that they get moved quickly.
Now, one of the things that was generating headlines this weekend before the Republican leader race had been solved was the possibility of recess appointments. Just to take you both back to AP Gov briefly, recess appointments happen if the Senate recesses for long enough for the president to basically get his appointments through without having to get them confirmed by the Senate. It's a very specific procedure which has not been employed in a very long time. So the possibility of that happening at this point, Senator Thune has indicated an openness to it. He hasn't ruled it out per se, but at the same time that could face severe opposition from Democrats who might hold the Senate in session and prevent such appointments from being made. Again, with some of these picks, they're expected to have easier times than others. Marco Rubio, for example, who's been tapped as Trump's future Secretary of State, likely going to face a more smooth confirmation battle than Congressman Matt Gaetz.